I will lift my eyes to where my help comes from. I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be undone. You're more...
Lift My Eyes, which I'm not just saying it and I'll tick off all the other people on the album. One of my favorite moments on this album.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so good. But before you walked in, James, Alisa and I were talking. I think that was the session that we actually had started something else. If you think back, we had started something else and we like jumped into, like, somebody said something that sparked a whole just like, oh wait, let's shift gears, and we all took off running towards Lift My Eyes. But you mentioned as well, it started from the idea that we had talked about even the day previous about...
we were in the worship night in the evening and sharing some of the songs we've written that day, and I forget if you'd ask a question and people were kind of just responding, and I think it just in a worshipful, prayerful moment I had said, even when I have felt lost, which has been many times, he has never lost me, and he's never lost sight of me.
And so it was a carryover. And I remember launching into Lift My Eyes as a chorus, and we all jumped in because you just kind of know sometimes, like, oh, yep, there we go.
It was one of those songs that came very, very quickly.
It was fast.
It was very, very fast. So it happened from start to finish. I don't know how long it took, but for me, it was like in an instant we had this whole
trying
structure.
To keep up typing.
I've never typed so fast in my life. Catching up with Michael's
Michael would
like thought
spit
process.
out a lyric and then say, "Sing this," and I'd sing it, and he's typing away.
And we're throwing out ideas, and and it came together very, very quickly. It was one of those moments where you think that God just breathed on it, and,
really
and it just happened to take form right before our eyes, as it was coming out of the mouth.
And I don't want to get all like spooky or weird with this, but there really are certain songs that are meant for certain stories and voices. And we're surrounded with tons of great singers, but your voice and story especially carries that song so well. And we don't have time in a song story, this moment here to tell your story, but knowing you personally, I think if this was one that just engaged, where God has even brought you from personally, like it's such a hope-filled, courage-filled kind of moment. And you singing it with that kind of authority of knowing some of the heartache that you walked through that He's led you out of, I think lent so much authority to that song. So certain songs take on even more life and anointing right at the top when the carrier is right there breathing life into what we're throwing out. So that was a cool thing to behold, watching that, take life. So, what has it meant to you so far? Like now that you're on this side of it.
Now that I'm on this side of it, and having, we've shared it once with our church, and got some really cool responses from it, and not just because it's a cool song, but because of what it's meant to them. And when I sing, the very first lines go into many are the weapons of my enemy, and I feel like I am very aware of those weapons and the way he's tried to take me down. And multiple times, and
he has not been successful.
Almost a few times. I've had to pick myself up off the ground a few times, but we start out there, and then we go into the chorus of Lift My Eyes, and from probably one of the darkest periods of my life, it was about 10, 11 years ago after losing my dad and just going through an extreme period of darkness. I made it through that, and there were more periods in my life that I went through struggles and suffering and loss, but coming through that darkness and fixing my eyes back on Him, no matter how bad the struggle has been since then, I've never taken my eyes off of Him. I just can't, and I know that He's got me. I don't have to be afraid that what I'm bringing to Him is too much or too messy, so we're good.
My help comes from the Maker of heaven and of earth. My help comes from the Savior who saved me by His word. My help comes from the Healer whose stripes have made me whole. My help comes from the Keeper of this peace inside my soul. I will lift my eyes to where my help comes from, and I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be.
One more time.
I will
lift my eyes.
Lift them up.
Where my help comes from.
Help come
I
on.
won't be afraid.
No afraid.
I won't be undone.
No undone.
I'm a faithful Lord.
Faithful.
When the rising sun,
The sun come
I
up.
will lift my eyes.
Here it comes.
Where my help comes from.
help it come.
I will lift my eyes
Lift them up.
where my help comes from.
Help's on the way.